Peace and love. Spread love, not hate. It's your boy Chef Disaster Plays Prevention coming at you with another episode here on Socially Balanced TV. Um, for the most part, the content that I, bring to the channel is basically about what I'm going on, what's going on in my life, basically my dating life and my life in general. A lot of y'all that follow, y'all know that about me. My content is me, and I am who I say I am, basically. You know what I mean? So if things tend to be a little bit raunchy, I'm gonna tell you that raunchy is better. Raunchy is the realness. I can't hide who I am, nor do I want to, for that matter. So today's episode is another dear, something that's dear to me. Something that's near to me, something that's relevant in my life. Current at the moment. So I want you to have that understanding. When I do talk, I'm not bashing anybody. I'm basically expressing my feelings, you know what I mean? And how I feel about the situations or the situationships that I'm in. You know what I mean? No doubt, no doubt. Salute to everybody falling in. Dear love, peace, love, free spirit. Peace, love, definitely. I would love to. So today we're gonna get into it a little bit. I'm trying not to keep you long, but I gotta make sure, I give you my perspective. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the content. You know how I like to do. I like to intellectually uplift, you know, your thoughts and prepare yourself for things that are come in the future, and not prepared for not happening, but preparing for what you do next when it do happen. So here's a little piece, poetry. I hope that you enjoy it. It's called um Just Friends.
People's it's your boy Mr. Rob Ashton coming back at you again. Title of the piece I'm gonna do for you today is called Just Friends. Enough in common to like, too much uncommon to date. So we teeter the lines between like, love, and hate. See, sometimes we push, but most times we pull. No longer aware if we're lovers or fools, we'll both admit we slipped, but we were too afraid to fall. So we gave each other enough, but we never gave it our all. I like you, and you like me, but I'm not like you, and you're not like me. They say that opposites attract. Well, they also attack. So some days we're close, others we're unattached. We break and we mend on a regular basis. We're too far to go backwards, too afraid to move forward, so we stay in stasis. Too afraid to fully give our heart, so we reserve each other's spaces. You see, I could be her king, she could be my queen, but we just remain aces. We're either a friendship that went too far or not far enough. Hearts trapped in limbo, hopeful, but not sure if we should trust. So some days we're single, other days we're us. Some days we love, other days we lust. Some days we let go, other days we cuff. So much we want to say, but afraid to discuss. So we bid our goodbyes, but always call each other's bluffs. And we try retreating back to friends, but can never adjust. So we just continue doing whatever this is. It's clear we're not sure what we are, nor where we're going. And it appears we prefer it that way because we find freedom in not knowing. And we're often shaken up about breaking up, but we're not even together. Or maybe we are and feel like just remaining titleless is better. Because the moment we try to put a name to whatever this is, it starts to crumble. So we continue to tell ourselves we're just friends. Momentarily trapped where lovers begin and confusion ends, we slipped. But it was never in our intentions to fall. So do we walk away or continue to crawl back to each other? Because the thought of us with any one another always seems to reel one of us back in. Won't admit it's become all or nothing, so we try finding our way back to just friends, and we know we're merely renting space in each other's hearts, but we both refuse to be evicted. So this tug of war between all the way in and all the way out leaves us both conflicted. It's clear we're both out of our jurisdictions and far from our comfort zone. And our current location and status is often unknown, and it's hard to move on because we feel uncomfortable with others. Because over a period of time, we built our comfort in each other. So even in your absence, your presence is still felt. So they don't have to see your face or know your name, but they know that you're there. And I can try to deny my feelings as much as I want, but even a blind man can see that I care. I often wrestle with the irony of being the one breaking your heart yet making repairs, because I'm in like, and you're in love, and you just wish the feelings were shared. I've often wished our red flags can turn into green lights, and that I wasn't so affected by my past so you and I could seem right. And I wish light could have turned into love, so hurt wouldn't have turned into anger. Because we were once connected at the heart, now just familiar strangers. We couldn't give life to love, but we did manage to put death to friends. And no matter how we try to rewrite the story, we already knew how it would end. We knew better. But we still followed insatiable hearts. Now we're left picking up the pieces of a love we never could start. I liked you, and you liked me, but I wasn't like you, and you weren't like me. So we'll both admit we slipped, but we were too afraid to fall. And we gave each other enough, but we never gave it all.
Peace and love, spread love, not hate. It's your boy, Chef Disaster. Here you get that real content. You know what I'm saying? That intellectual bombing. To give you a true understanding of why you might find yourself in the friend zone. Are you a part of the undesirable? Maybe, maybe not. Do you have a certain quality that person wants, but not the other things that they want? So they only find one need for you, and that's to tag you along as a friend. Well, you got to be able to recognize that shit. You got to be able to identify when that is going on. Because I can tell you one thing. A lot of us have found ourselves in that situation. Wait, let me correct myself. A lot of us have found ourselves in that situation. And whether you like it or not, whether you choose to accept it, that's just what it is. See, I'm not here to tell you that that's what you're in. I'm here to tell you that that's what it is. And the quicker you identify with it, the better off you'll be. You say, Chef Disaster, you crazy. I say I'm really not. I say I'm on point. I said I've learned to understand what's going on around me. And I'm willing to share that with you today on Society TV. I mean, finding yourself in the friend zone ain't a good thing. Who wants to be strung along because you got money? That's dangerous ground. You can find yourself getting hurt like that. And for the most part, I don't want anything to do with that. But I always seem to find myself in that situation. Maybe it's because I'm a cool guy. Because I hear women say what they want in a man. And a lot of the times, I don't check all the boxes. But in the other sense of things, in other perspectives, other qualities that I have outweigh the ones that I don't. But some people are just so shallow that they rather go for fantasy than actual true content, true love, true feeling, true emotion. Right? So you gotta identify with that. You gotta be able to grasp and tell yourself, they're not for me. Because they really not. They're really not. So do yourself the favor and get yourself out of that situation. We see Danny Lee and the baby going through what they got going on. That's dangerous. They got a baby involved. Someone's been taken to jail. All because there was no commitment. And it only takes one not to commit for it to be a situationship. You both don't have to agree. Because many a times, one person to be blinded by the ignorance and can't see that they're being strung along. You're being strung along. You're a necessary asset. You're a necessary asset. Now I can say I've been successfully single for the past 3 years, celibate, but just going on a dating situation. And I found myself in situations. 3 years. Wow. What has he been doing in 3 years that he can't find somebody? I've been being exactly who I say I am. I ain't never told no lie. Not one. And I seem to get the same thing over and over and over and over again. And I'm not looking like you say, well, who's talking? Because I can assure you I do my proper vetting of the situation. Because after someone walks out on you, after a 15-year relationship, 2 kids, house and a dog, you start to question yourself. You start to question, are you the desirable type? And is that why they left? So I allowed myself to be in a lot of these situationships myself. That's why I'm able to talk about it. That's what qualifies for me to be able to get up here and speak about the things that I go through. Because I'm going through them. And it is an undeniable urge inside me to find my partner. So I'm less more vulnerable to the predators out there who are looking to leech onto my soul. Just so they can have what it is that they desire. But what they desire is not me. Some desire the myth. Some desire the money, the fame. Some desire stability, but they just don't desire me. And I came to accept that I am part of the undesirable. Do you know what that does to a person when you have to accept that you're the undesirable? It uplifts your confidence. Because you start to not give a fuck about what people say about you anymore. Yeah. You find yourself in the friend zone accepting that shit. A woman once asked me, she said, Chef Disaster, how do you put in all this time with these women and you have no physical attraction? And my naive reply was, listen, baby, if I send you a pair of diamond rings in the mail, and when you get that package and you open up and you see nothing but some shiny diamonds, baby, how do it make you feel? Am I making you, do you feel me then? I said, when you put on them diamond studded earrings and you strut into that club, how do you feel then, baby? And she said, I don't know. I still need to feel my nigga. She said, Chef Disaster, you see, I need to touch my man. I need to know that I can call on him and he gonna come when I need him to come. I don't want to wait for no nigga. I ain't never wait for no nigga. I ain't never told no lie, nigga, period. That's what she said to me. She wasn't going. She said she wasn't going. So I found myself rethinking the way I'm gonna do things from now on. I'm willing to accept that I wasn't doing it. I wasn't going at it the right way in the first place. You know, being a part of the 5'8" and under club, the DIM 5'8", little gut club, the undesirable. You know, I learned to emphasize on what I do got. You know, confident, money, generous, all those things that a woman will overlook the things that she really wants to settle for you. You know, I'm making sure I'm extra with that. But I no longer will do these things. So, when you find yourself in the friend zone, I'm here to tell you, get out of there. There's no need to be in there. You don't belong there. Your heart wasn't made for that. Because if you want friends, you can make friends, and it don't require all those things to keep that type of friend. You shouldn't have to exhaust your emotions with someone you're not trying to be with for the long term. A situation. I've been in situationships way too long. A lot of you that's been on my channel, you know how long. You can just look at the surviving love and see it's been going for 3 years. So I tell no lies. I don't get out and divulge all my information. Some of the women I talk to like to be sweet about how they move out there. And I'm a nigga that respects that. I don't kiss and tell. Now I came here to give a message from a man's perspective, from the king's perspective. And those of you that don't like it, well, you already know what you can do. Right? Because I'm doing me. It's YOLO. It's YOLO out here. Men and women about. Stop allowing people to come and go in and out your life like it's a revolving door. Right? Leaving situationships open just in case all else fails. No longer should you allow yourself to be anyone's plan B. There's enough people out there for you to be first to someone. I had to have that understanding. Or maybe I'm selfish. Maybe I want them all. Maybe that's why I allow myself to be in situationships. It could be possible that even though I know it won't go any further, there's something that I want. You see, it's called accountability. And that's when I said to myself, I'm standing on dangerous ground. Because some of the women exhibit behaviors that I just can't tolerate and won't tolerate. But I allowed other things to blind me, the blinded ignorance of my own eyes and heart. I've been the enemy that I've been sleeping with this whole time. Well, now I'm here to check that. Now it's here to be checked. Right? I'm gonna do the whole cleansing of the soul, cleansing of the spirit, because it's needed. There's a lot of toxins inside of me that have been left behind, like residue in crack pipes. It's no good for you. Get rid of it. Stop finding yourself in these compromising situations where you may and may not lose your life. If that's on the line, you should not be here. Stop finding yourself in situations where you may or may not have a place to stay tomorrow. Don't let nobody do that. Niggas. Yes, you niggas. Love my niggas. It's my. Stop finding yourself in situations where you may or may not have your freedom the next day. Trust me, I know it ain't that good. It's ugly. My nigga. You know, and we are mostly the ones doing the victimizing of it, right? Some more accountability for that. I'm not going to sit up here and tell you a bunch of lies and claim that I've been perfect in all my situationships, because I'd be lying. Some of the behaviors of the women that have exhibited to me have likely been brought out by me. You see, there's an old saying, you bring out the best in me, and you also bring out the worst in me. Right? Which one are you? Manipulation. The word manipulation has us in the beginning of it. How ironic is that? We keep these women in lingo at our own leisure, when we know what they truly want is just us. Because sometimes at that time in their life, they really know how to love a man. They really want to love a man. They really want to embrace the love of a man. And my niggas, we tear that up, don't we? We do a good job with that, don't we, fellas? I mean, let's pat ourselves on the back for the bullshit there. So let's try to do better, right? With that. Manipulation. Root word man. Manipulating for your own benefits. So, the moral of the conversation, the commentary, the intellectual vomit has been because I go through these things. And I can admit, you know, as this man before you today, you know, my feelings get involved. I get emotionally invested. And I find myself exhausted. I find myself just wanting to give up on love, you know, in general. Like, because every way I've gone at it, I've seen to be straight until it take a left, you know. But I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna stop surviving love. You know, 15 years is a long time. I say to myself all the time, and I want to stop saying that. Trust me, I do. Right? I want to move on. I want to let go. But I don't think a lot of y'all know how hard that shit is. I just don't think you'll know. Right? It's hard for me to not be real when it comes to this type of shit. It's hard to hear people critique my content when I know it's about me. Makes me want to stop doing it because I only started it. I only started doing this content because I needed a safe place to express how I feel without being ridiculed, to find the answers without looking like a sucker. And it seems like I always find bullshit in an lecture environment, friend zone, standing on dangerous ground. Protect your heart.